So fun fact, before I started making videos in the Very Colo channel, I actually used to make Destiny 2 content in like 2023. That channel has since been deleted, but with Destiny's last update coming out and all the publicity that it's been getting because of the game ending, everyone's asking the same question. Is Destiny 2 worth playing right now? And if you want a short answer, yes, it is. Because despite its flaws, which trust me we're going to get into in a moment, there isn't really anything quite like Destiny 2. The gunplay feels phenomenal, the abilities are unique and satisfying, and the music transcends anything I thought could come from a video game. So if you download Destiny 2 today in the year of our Lord 2026, would it actually be worth your time? Let's talk about what Destiny 2 does right. Right off the bat, the game just feels good to play. Take the gunplay, for example. Destiny 2 has some of the most satisfying guns I've ever seen in a video game. Hand cannons feel chunky and powerful, pulse rifles feel smooth, and shotguns feel downright tyrannical. Even bows, an infamously hard weapon to get right in game design, still manage to feel incredible to use. Abilities tie into this very closely. All of the classes and subsequent subclasses' abilities
No, not you, Seamus.
change how you approach combat. And once you get everything working together, the game is a constant loop of shooting, throwing, exploding, healing, burning, freezing, debuffing. There's so much you can do. This leads into what is, in my opinion, Destiny 2's biggest strength: build crafting. I gotta admit, when I started, it overwhelmed me a bit, but once it started to click, it's by far my favorite part of the game. Maybe you want almost infinite grenades, constant healing, weapon kills that recharge abilities that buff weapons. There's something for everyone in every playstyle that you can think of. That process of finding a gimmick, building, testing, and tweaking around it is immensely satisfying. Now let's talk about the actual content. Destiny 2 has a lot of content. I have almost 2,000 hours in the game, and I still haven't even nearly done everything. Take dungeons, for example. These hit a really nice middle ground between casual missions and full-on raids. You get mechanics, bosses, unique environments, and loot worth chasing, but you don't need 5 other people in a full evening of preparation to get through one. Raids are called the pinnacle of Destiny content for a reason, though. The scale, the music, the encounters, and the puzzles and mechanics all culminate to create something amazing. Seriously, world's first races gather millions of people to watch teams figure out how to beat the raid for the first time, with the longest race lasting 19 hours. This is Destiny 2 at its peak, which is what makes this last part so frustrating for me to talk about. The core of Destiny 2 is amazing, but the problem is everything surrounding the core. The first major issue is the new player experience. Although they've made efforts to change this through the Guardian rank system, it was ultimately fruitless. If you downloaded the game today, you would be immediately thrown into a world full of characters, systems, currencies, expansions, quests, subclasses, with little to no explanation of what they actually are. This is a huge problem for Destiny, because Destiny 2 is not a simple game anymore. It's just too much for a new player to know what to do with. Obviously, this can be remedied through the guidance of friends in the community, but the game shouldn't throw the entirety of getting new players into their game onto their community. But now we have to talk about the elephant in the room. Monetization is something that the community has expressed frustration for years. Destiny has been advertised as a free-to-play, but literally just opening the game and experiencing the pop-ups is enough to disprove that. Sure, you can download the game for free, but a lot of the content actually worth playing is locked behind a paywall. That makes Destiny 2 a really hard sell. I've tried to get near dozens of players to try the game for the core gameplay, but when greeted by the atrocious new player experience and the monetization, it's really hard to keep them engaged. I don't think that Destiny 2 is bad. Not by a long shot. But it's buried under so many systems, purchases, and menus that trying to get new people to engage in the game is just a struggle. So with all that being said, we arrive back to our main question. Should you play Destiny 2? Yes, I think you should. But not because it's flawless, it's absolutely not. It is confusing, it is expensive at full price, and the new player experience is rough. But once you push through that, there's nothing else quite like it. The gunplay is still incredible, the abilities are still satisfying, build crafting is still addicting, dungeons and raids are still some of the coolest content in gaming, and now with the game being heavily discounted and packed with years of content, this is the best time to try it. So my final answer is this. If you want a simple, casual shooter that you can fully understand in one afternoon, Destiny 2 probably isn't for you. But if you want a massive FPS with amazing gameplay, build crafting, and thousands of hours of content, then yeah, Destiny 2 is absolutely worth playing in 2026.